What do you think about this Kanye running?
It's a conspiracy.
Supposedly he actually entered in and filled some paperwork for 2024.
2024.
I don't know if this is confirmed, but I saw it floating around. I think it may be BS, but he announced that he's running for president.
I think he's talking about 24.
Well, the reason I bring this up now is because there's a lot of people that are upset. I'm hearing people are upset that it's going to steal Biden's votes, right?
From the black community.
Right. And now it's funny because different people are getting angry at it for different reasons.
Right.
Okay. So we got people on the left that are like, how dare these racists say this? They're so racist to think that
that the black vote belongs to Democrats.
The black vote belongs to Biden, that they would just, assume that just because Kanye's in, they're going to take it.
It's like Black Lives Matter activists who are saying this. Like,
yeah.
How dare you? You don't have to vote for Biden.
Right.
What's that assumption?
But they're claiming that the Republicans are saying that it's the Republican side that's making that argument. It's like they're mad at the Republicans.
Well, that's true though. There are a lot of Trump supporters who are saying that Kanye running will take votes away from Biden because Trump's base is not going to leave Trump.
Right. No, exactly. And the people who are voting for Biden, there was that poll that we talked about on Friday that they're not even voting for Biden, they're voting against Trump.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with Biden really. It's just that they don't want to vote for Trump. Here's the reality. They would rather choose Kanye over Biden.
There was a poll put out by Political Polls on Twitter, and they just track all the different polling. Right. And they said, if you were voting today, who'd you pick, Trump, Biden, or Kanye? It was Trump in first place, then Biden, then Kanye. And the way I see it is, I think Kanye steals votes from both.
Yeah, I could see that.
But because Trump has the hardcore pro-Trump base, they will never abandon him.
Absolutely.
His advantage.
I agree.
Because Biden has no supporters, he just has anti-Trump people. Like, of course, there are some Biden supporters, but come on.
Yeah.
He got, 6 people to show up to, one of his, I'm not kidding.
I know, I saw it. Every time I think about that image, I just giggle.
He did a couple live streams that only got a few hundred people.
Ooh.
I know, it's sad.
That's insane. No one in this room right now is running for office, and we had, 56,000 people watching. It's like, if we can do that, and we're not interested in leading anyone's lives.
Put it in perspective,
that's
man.
really bad for Biden.
Wow.
Really bad. So here's what happens.
But the news was adamant about making sure everyone knew that 1 million people didn't show up in Tulsa. It's like, okay, great. But how many people showed up for Biden?
Biden's literally hiding in his basement. Spare me your concerns.
Seriously.
There's a lot of reasons. I think it's cause for concern that Trump couldn't muster the numbers he thought he was going to muster. That's fine. They don't seem to understand though that they pushed that hoax about TikTok kids.
Yeah.
It's like it's a first come first serve event. It's like you walk in the door, you get in the event. There's different reasons for why it didn't work out. But when I look at Kanye running, there are regular people who will be for Kanye, and that's the real risk.
I'm honestly interested to hear his platform. I want to hear. You'd vote for him before you even know his policies.
No,
it's like I want to know what he's talking about.
I know his policies.
Oh, okay.
So
do you?
I do, and I didn't say I will. I said I would. Meaning
semantics.
No.
Sure.
Let me clarify literally what I mean.
Okay.
Based on the things Kanye's already said, I would give him my vote with some prerequisites. I didn't say I'm going to, or I will, or I plan on it.
Sure.
I'm saying that the door's not closed for Kanye West.
Okay.
A lot of people are going to look at Kanye and say, that's ridiculous. Why would you vote for him? No.
Yeah.
No, I would. He's got a lot to do.
He's a smart dude.
First of all, Kanye is an urban liberal. Yeah, he grew up in Chicago. He talks about social justice issues. I can dig that.
Yep.
And then he also talks about helping the American worker, bringing jobs back. And he talks a lot about things Trump has proposed.
I said
this, man, Kanye might be a unity candidate.
Yeah, okay.
Chicago urban liberal black man who understands those issues, has concerns for supporting the black community, and is all about helping the American worker and wears the MAGA hat. That dude will win in a landslide. I'm not kidding.
No, I agree.
I
see it.
When he speaks, people listen.
Yep.
Especially in the black community. And if Kanye comes out and he runs, I think he would just crush it.
Yep.
He would win. Could you imagine if he ran the Democratic ticket with a MAGA message, but having a more moderate liberal approach?
I think the DNC don't want that though.
They couldn't stop Kanye West.
No, I know, but
First Lady Kim Kardashian.
He would be an independent. He's not going to run as a Democrat. The DNC would be like, nope, sorry, we cannot control you.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Man. So there's a funny post where they were like, I can't remember what it was, but somebody was ragging on no, they weren't ragging on Kanye. They brought up the absurdity.
Okay.
And then someone said like a celebrity candidate whose wife is famous for like smut and stuff like this. And it's like basically describing Kanye and Trump.
Okay.
That's why it's like, I believe if Kanye ran as a Democrat, he would win hands down across the board, because Kanye is going to have the social justice message and the American worker MAGA message.
That's true.
Not perfectly. Republicans don't overwhelmingly support Kanye.
I don't think
Democrats
the DNC
don't
would
either.
have. Yeah, I don't think the DNC would have a choice.
They wouldn't be able to stop him.
It would just it'd be Kanye walking in the room and be like taking the mic.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is
I'll let
mine.
you
This is
finish.
mine now. I'm not going to let you finish. I'm
Yeah,
taking
that's
this and I'm going to go be president. Peace.
He would win. I think he would win. And people underestimate him.
Yeah.
That's a big mistake. When he first started talking about Trump and Candace Owens and stuff, I do research, man. I was reading what young black men were saying.
Yep.
There were arguments on Twitter where young black men were saying things like, "I got you, Kanye," like, "Yo, this Kanye is what it's all about." You know, I'm glad you're speaking up. A lot of people saying things like they didn't know about Trump, they didn't F around with him, but Kanye said it, and so they started looking into it. Now they're down. And there were a bunch of black women who were like, "Don't listen to Kanye, man. He doesn't know what he's talking about." And seeing these arguments was really interesting. That Kanye, look, man, some people might look at him. The establishment elites will mock and belittle him. The same thing they did to Trump.
Okay.
Ignoring what he's all about.
Yep.
Kanye is very much like Trump in a lot of ways.
I can see that.
He's an intelligent businessman. Now you can call him eccentric and crazy, but the dude clearly knows what he's doing, and he's smarter than you.
Yep.
Like, I don't see you becoming a billionaire. That dude has got talent.
Yeah, he is.
Now, maybe he does some things wrong, but I think it's stupid. People think Donald Trump's a moron. I'm like, dude, come on, man. You can criticize the guy because he became a billionaire off of $1 million from his family, but he still became a billionaire.
Yeah.
You can criticize him for all these things in the world, but I don't see you doing the work he did to make it.
Not
So
only
let's
that,
not-
he became the president of the United States.
Yeah, I love that when he said, he's like, "I ran for public office one time and I became the president of the United States."
Boss.
Everyone's laughing, and I'm like, it's funny, man.
true,
He's a
dude.
funny guy.
Yep.
Kanye West, he's got a lot of people who look at him like he grew up in Chicago. He got the talent. He worked hard. He succeeded. And that success resonates with people because there are a lot of people who say, "I want to be like him."
Yep.
Remember, what was it like? The American dream was to be Donald Trump?
Yeah, it was
Is that a real quote?
I think so.
It was in different
Rap songs.
Rap songs for a long time.
Yeah.
Just be like Trump.
How many people
It's insane.
see
how
his
it switched.
lifestyle and they want that? You know what show the people like it? We had the show Lifestyle of the Rich and the Famous.
Yep.
Then we had Cribs. People love to look at the extravagance and the success of wealthy, famous people.
Yep.
But a lot of these people strive to be that. They want to figure it out. They want that dream. Donald Trump came to these people and said, "Look at me and my golden toilets. You elect me, and I'll make sure every American's got a golden toilet from sea to shining sea." I'm exaggerating, but he said he'd boost the economy, and he did.
Yep, he
And then I
did.
talked to so many people who said the economy was better than ever. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I went to a furniture store and I was buying some furniture. This table that we're using right now.
Yep.
And the lady I was talking to her and she asked me what I did. And I said we do a political podcast. And then the conversation got into politics. And she basically said, "I don't know about too much of that stuff. What I do know is this has been the best year of my life in terms of income."
Wow.
I'm like, "Really?" And she goes, "It's crazy." She's like, the numbers are just nuts. People are buying stuff. The economy is great. I heard that over and over again from various people. When we had contractors coming to do some work, they were like, "It's been amazing for us. Just we're overbooked." I was trying to get a mini ramp built before this one, and every contractor I called was like, "We're booked up, man. We're booked up for 6 months." And I'm
Wow.
like, "Man, the economy's too good. Too good of economy."
I don't think that exists.
What? Too good of economy?
Too good.
Look, when I'm trying to hire someone to build something and I gotta wait 6
Yeah.
months.
That is too good.
I kid you
Let
not.
me get my camera.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
And so I said to the guy, I was like, "Can I pay you extra? Like, I understand the demand is through the roof. What if we just up the cost?" It's like, I'm locked in, man. I can't do it. And I'm
Well,
like,
good thing you hired a carpenter.
well, so what I ended up doing
Little
was
do they know I'm a carpenter.
I ordered a prefab ramp,
Yeah.
meaning they manufacture it in a facility and then ship the pallets out, like the big boxes.
Yeah.
And then I hired just some local handymen to come in, and it's like really, really simple instructions, so you don't need an actual carpenter or builder or anything like that.
Yeah.
The economy was great. So if Kanye West steps up, he's gonna have a lot of people who are just like, "I want to be like him,"
Yep.
and they're gonna vote for him no matter what.
Yep.
He is a famous celebrity who has proven his own success. He's He's a billionaire, right?
I don't know about that, but
Can you look that up?
Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye.
He is.
Kanye's
Is he?
a billionaire.
Yeah.
good for him.
Another billionaire president. I don't know. So here's what I mean when I say I would vote for Kanye. I saw him come out and talk about helping the American workers, setting up a factory in this country to produce his shoes, I think, here.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
Actions speak louder than words.
Awesome.
And that alone means, the door is open. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. Not for him, not for Trump, not for anybody. But if it comes down to 2024 and you got Kanye West running on some ticket and he's got a very pro-America, help the workers, help the middle class, and he talks about certain, more moderate liberal policies as a Chicago urban liberal, he's got a strong platform for a landslide victory.
Yeah,
he really does.
You're right. I agree.
I think he would win huge numbers.
I honestly, I would think he is serious about 2024.
I think so.
I think it's serious.
I love that when he was like, "What you laughing at?" Remember that?
Yeah, and it's like because he's probably serious.
Yeah,
He said
for
on
sure.
stage, he's like, "So when I run for president 2024, everyone starts laughing," and he goes, "Yo, what you laughing at?" I'm like, "Woo, President Kanye." And it's funny to see so many people offended by it. They're like, "It really is idiocracy if Kanye West gets elected." It's like, dude, look back in time.
Yeah.
You apparently don't know about some of our presidents, man.
Or the fact that they know him. They think that they know who he is
They don't.
just
Yeah.
because he is a celebrity on a pedestal that everyone can see, but you don't know him.
I just learned something about him
What?
from my quick Google search to make sure that
Oh.
I wasn't telling a lie about him being a billionaire. He owns almost $300,000 worth of livestock. Did you know that?
What? He's a farmer?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what?
What kind of
That's
livestock?
cool. I don't know.
He's a billionaire, though, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
You know what's really offensive to me is how the left runs away with conspiracy theories and never gets called out for it. You get one, I'll tell you what. There was an article from the Washington Post that said, could COVID have broken out of a lab? And it talked about it was like South Beijing University, where they said that they were researching bats, and that's where COVID may have emerged from the bats in the lab, and they escaped. Not that it was manufactured. And I get all of a sudden these far leftists screaming Tim Pool's a conspiracy theorist because I read the Washington Post article on it. The left right now, high-profile leftists, are screaming that Kanye West and Trump are conspiring to steal the black vote away from Biden,
Wow.
which is racist
Yep.
and insane on its face.
Yep.
Could you imagine this? This is what I picture, and I love this image. It's like a thunderstorm, and like a car pulls up into like a secret corridor at a tunnel into the White House, and Kanye is like rushed out with a bunch of Secret Service agents. They open the door, they bring him into a dark room where like someone turns on a lamp, and it's Trump and Kanye, and Trump's like, "This meeting is off the record, never happened, no recordings." And then Kanye pulls out like a folder. "Yo, here's a plan, y'all," and he opens it up, and then it's like, "Run for president. All the black people vote for Kanye. Biden loses, Trump wins." I'm like, do they think? I know it's silly, but like, do they actually think Kanye called Trump and he was like, "Hey, Trump, I'm going to help you win by running to steal the votes away from Biden"? That's insane. Even if it was just Kanye West calling Trump to do it.
Or it's way more plausible that Kanye just is a Trump supporter, which they have been known to
Dude, of course.
be bros. And Kanye was hanging out with Elon, and they're just like, "Man, I'm gonna do this. I'm
They're
gonna just
probably
blast
stoned.
it out."
They're probably
This is what I
stoned.
said.
Yeah,
I was
for
like,
sure.
they probably smoked up together, just making fun of stuff. And Kanye was like, "What if I said I ran for president?"
No.
Elon's like, "Yes."
They're sitting there. They're both baked.
Yeah.
And Kanye goes, "Yo, Elon, I'm running for president." And Elon's like, "Shut up, man. You're not really running for president." And then Kanye's like, "Yo, I'm serious, bro." And he goes, "Then tweet it. Say you're doing it."
Yeah.
And then Kanye's like, "All right, I'll tweet it right now."
Elon being the meme lord that
And
he
that's-
is like,
and that's why
this
Elon-
is the truest meme that
But
I've ever done.
You saw they were hanging out.
Yeah. Orange Bros.
So then when he tweets, then Elon's like, "I got your back, buddy."
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they're probably just
They're probably
in the
sitting
same
next to
room.
each other.
they're laughing. They're like high-fiving.
Yes.
Two billionaires.
Totally, man.
There was a funny post where someone was like, a sick joke played on the American people by billionaires. And I'm like,
Okay.
well, like,
Isn't that what the mainstream media is in
no, it's
general?
like Kanye West and Elon Musk laughing and joking about him running and tweeting it out. It's
Yeah.
like, you don't got to take it to a dark place. I think it's funny. Man, it's really crazy when you see Elon, coming out, Kanye coming out, so many people. When you start to listen to what Trump has to say, who are these people who are so terrified of a Trump second election?
I don't
criminals?
know. I honestly, I feel like everyone who screeches at me on Facebook, I just want to ask them, have they ever actually listened to any of Trump's speeches? Any one? Have you listened to one of his speeches?
No.
I have a feeling none of them have.
I think
None of them.
Here's my question. Do you support Joe Biden and the establishment Democrats? Yes or no? I'd be willing to bet overwhelmingly the answer is no. All right, here's my response to that. So you have an option right now to re-empower the corporate establishment Democrats, or let the bull rampage around inside the ivory tower for another 4 years. Do you really think the world will end in 4 years under Trump? If you really think Trump is all that bad, then don't you think 4 years of Trump will prove the corporate Democrats wrong, and then the progressives will be able to win? If Trump destroys everything and you really believe he's the worst, and you don't have an opportunity to get your progressive or Bernie in right now, voting for Biden will put a Band-Aid over the wound and they'll all go back to sleep. Mm-hmm. But if Trump really is that bad,
no,
and he wins,
it won't put a Band-Aid. Sorry, I can't just let that flow. He's trying to keep the wound open. They're literally holding the wound open and saying, this is what the world is like.
What I'm saying
Everyone is like this.
What I'm saying is the establishment Democrats are failing. Putting them back in power allows them to shore up their strength and their base and prevent progressives from actually winning.
Right.
However, if you really believe Donald Trump is the worst ever, give him another 4 years. Let him prove he's the worst, and then you come back and say, see, we warned you, America. Now it's time to get our progressive in, right? And if you don't agree with that and you think Trump is the best, then you vote for Trump. In the end, the best bet for any populist, left or right at this point, is a vote for Trump. Voting for Biden gives the establishment the reins again, and they will shore up all their defenses. They will bring in all of their cronies into the intelligence agencies and make sure no one ever shuts them out again.
Yep.
They fell off base. Here's what I want you to imagine. American Gladiators. Remember that show?
Loved that show.
Where they would fight with those
great
big
show.
Q-tips.
Awesome.
Here's what happened.
Shoot tennis balls at each other.
In 2016, the establishment was fighting with Trump, and Trump whacked one of the establishment guys in the face, and he's about to fall off.
Yep.
He's lost his balance. You vote for him. He gets his balance back. He shores up his defenses, and no one else can come in after the fact. If you let Trump knock him off and fall to the pit, they're out. You can claim Trump is worse than, and the worst they'll ever be, but I can't believe there are people actually advocating for Biden. Trump, and I think the problem is the propaganda for sure.
That's
because
what it is.
Trump is not that bad.
No, he's
at
not.
all. He did great by the economy. No new wars.
No, he's doing
got
a great job.
You got the judges. That's the big risk for liberals, like moderate liberals, is that all the judges, the conservatives, are winning over this one. I'll tell you what, man. If I had the choice between far left revolutionary judges and a conservative judge, I'm picking the conservative. Why?
Same.
I'm not a revolutionary.
Yep.
I'm a reformist, and I will take slow progress over total collapse and the burning down of everything, because I do love this country.
Lydia agrees.
Yeah,
I see her.
100%.
I see her shaking her head. Yeah.
And so that's that. It's the fault of the far left, because moderate, regular Americans, your average person, is like reluctantly pro-choice. They're like, okay, well, we don't want to celebrate, say, like abortion, but there's a rights issue, there's health issues, and we have to make sure we do this fairly.
Right.
But that's gone. That's completely gone. That argument is actually now on the moderate Republican side of the argument. You've got the pro-life, and then you've got the pro-life with some exceptions. Then you have the left, where it's like total abortion anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And so regular people are like, I guess I'll take some losses if it means not burning everything to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify. And we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.